Hello interweb, this is Dannage. Welcome back to Cattle Shores, episode 20. Ooh, we see our town or our city at night. Well, at dawn, really. It's kind of early, and I have set the timer so that it will actually move on. And we will play for half a day. We'll basically play till sundown. And there's lots of stuff that we want to do, but we're going to not necessarily do everything in time-lapse today. We are going, I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to plop some services down by Urban Sprawl number 2, because I haven't got anything down here, if I remember correctly. And if we look at the land value, then down here where we got full of services, and that's fine. But we've got that huge gaping hole here, where stuff's not only sort of not even medium value, but not even there. Some of it's really low value. Even though we've got that, I mean, that's elder care in there, isn't it? So we need to improve the value of this land. We are going to do that by providing some services. So a medical clinic. We've got good medical coverage in that part of the urban sprawl, but let's go around the edges here. Let's plop one there, and then let's plop one there. How good's that coverage? No, we're going to require one more, and that'll be there. So no hospitals. Again, there is a hospital there. So that's some death elder care. There will be people that are deaf in that elder care. So yeah, glad to see we're covering them. Put some child care. This is going to pretty much cover the whole of that area. That's good. And then some cemeteries. I can't believe I don't have any cemeteries in here. Put one next to... Oh, break my own rules. Break my own rules. Put one next to the medical clinic. No. That's not encouraging for the people. It's not encouraging to have a cemetery next to a medical clinic. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, so healthcare. Let's plop a crematorium as well. And then our crematorium's quite a nice small building, so we can get in there. So that is our health and death. Let's put, we got a fire, that's a bigger fire station, I think, so we'll put another nice big one down here. I think that's going to cover everything. See the smiles go? Yeah, they do. Even over there. By the larger road, that's where we've got all of our larger buildings. Which will remind me, where's the post office gone? Transport, post service, there we go. Post and transport go together like cheese and toboggans. That's a post office there. Oh, we haven't got a post office down in our swanky little bit. So let's put that off to a side there, off the edge. Oh, and let's put one in. This is sort of the bit that, needs watering. Let's just grab some water there, so making fixes as we go. Quite pleased to see the amount of traffic that there was on that little road. Not around. Well, not that I'm not pleased to see traffic around here. This means people are actually moving around and moving in. But this is just a little low-density houses. Small low-density plots as well. These are right on the edge. And yes, I have been slightly distracted by that. Let's see. Oh, it was the post office I was doing, wasn't it? So I added some post office anyway. Fire department, we have got some pretty good coverage there. I'll put a little small one on the end here. Just hopefully make those less red. There we go. Coverage. Lovely. And then police. Well, everything's blue here, but that doesn't seem like it should be blue. So we'll give it a little side street there. That's got our police coverage tackled. Crime rate 7%, and they're still obviously all very upset that there's now a jail. Still 64% uneducated. Let's go one there. No high schools in this area. Let's put one on the end. Everyone in the area smiled. And then we just want to add a path just to make sure that there's places to go. We won't put any more roads back here. That comes around. Allows you to go off to the elementary school or the cemetery. Gives you access again to the cemetery and the high school. And then gives you access to that road. So they might go around that. There's plenty of paths. Obviously, there's paths all the way down these little places, but these sort of extra little paths might do well, especially if you put some trees in there, make something a bit prettier to look at. Because not every road needs a building next to it. And again, just a little walkthrough. Oh, it's not lined up to the grid, is it? Let's take that off of the road guidelines. There we go. I'm not actually just going to hook that up just yet because we've got more space here. I think the reason that I stopped here was because of... I think that was because the road was beginning to slope and I considered coming off grid a little bit to conform to the terrain, but that kind of would undo the nature of what we're trying to look at here with the urban sprawl, which really is now just a sea of suburbia. Okay, so we have got some services around there. Traffic is moving nicely. By this roadway, that's all seems to have worked out. This roadway seems to have worked out. I don't think I've shown you this roundabout. That's meant that I could switch the harbour back on. The harbour with the ridiculous amount of boats overlapping each other. I don't know. Why? Why can't you just... Why do you need 4 boats? 5 boats? Why would you have 5 boats docking like that? Eh? Anyway, we don't seem to have any appalling traffic here anywhere. We've got 80%. I'm very happy with that. I did end up with traffic lights here. So these guys, all the traffic's going straight forward because the traffic's going up there. These guys, everybody's going straight forward or right. These guys, everybody's going right. All these, you know, everybody in the 2 lanes just trying to get in the right-hand lane. Interesting. Thought this might have been a catastrophe, but no. Seems to be fine. But we do have a bit of traffic back up there. And they are all trying to get into that right-hand lane. So maybe, I mean, there isn't a tremendous amount of traffic here. So what happens, let's see about maybe upgrading this to a 2-lane. If people are just turning right on here to go around here to get into that one-way road to get up onto that area, maybe they could just now turn right. What I might do before that becomes a problem, or this may cause me a problem, so let's just... Now, I'm sure I clicked a bulldozer. And then just what I will do, that seems to have... that's caused a little bit of a clog there, but what I'm going to do is make sure that I click the wrong tool. And then I'm just going to say these guys have to go straight on. And these guys have to go straight on, and this guy can go right or straight on. Is he had a breakdown? Come on. Move, fella. Nope. Hang on, have we got despawning turned on? No, there's no despawning. Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, obviously he had caused himself a calamity. Now, why are these guys... Where are these guys going? It's almost like, right, I've come off the roundabout, but I've come off the roundabout there to go down here so that I can go down here and go down... You know, it's like, why didn't you just come off the roundabout there? It looks like that traffic is going to be temporary. Well, hopefully that hasn't caused any more of a jam, and I won't need to play around with those traffic lights. Then I suppose what we could start off with is our intersections. I'm going to go off and I'm going to do a bit of a cheaty intersection now. Because I'm going to find... Oh, there's a lot... Actually, there's a lot of foliage to clear. Man, Bum Bum, you weren't afraid of that tree brush, were you? And also, look how hilly this area is. Awful, awful, awful for building. We're not going to flatten it out completely. So that's just, you know, not smoothing it out tremendously. Still got lots of bumps. But it will mean that we can at least, you know, place some 2x2s, 2x3s. Because this is only going to be a small town. But, yes, my cheat. I need a flat area of land. Now, I don't know if that's going to lay... Let's try it over here. Nope. So there we have it. That is just, I mean, that's just another way to make clean junctions. And there you've got a junction. And the benefits of having used copy... Well, it's upsetting that it hasn't brought the middle pillars. But we'll measure those out ourselves. And yes, if you get problems with your middle pillars just disappearing, simply do this. And there you go. I don't know about you, but that looks slightly longer than that one to me. No, I'm not going to let it irritate me, but well, I mean, if you are going to get a little bit squiffy about it, which one should we choose? Should we bring this one in or that one out? This one looks a little bit oolong. Now it's better. Just give this one a third nudge with the cursor. Alright, that looks better. So I've got two intersections now taking us into Rivertown. This should probably take us over before we decide where the roads are going to go. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off this end, and we want to let's keep it to sort of between these hills. But we will. So we want this to be the. I mean, this is going to be the arterial. So this wants to go sort of straight through. And then make use of this natural hill. Ooh, nice. Yes, you get that in older places quite a bit. And the old town is going to the main road is going to reach towards the train station, because in the olden days towns weren't built around highways. They were built around train stations or ports. So shall we do... where shall this end? Does this have to go back to... Yeah, this. I mean, this should go back to there. So we'll have this... Okay, so now we just got to eyeball everything. And then off the back of here, we are going to have, I mean, you kind of want a medium road that isn't 4 lanes. I kind of high throughput one of these, but I don't think there's any difference between any of them. So I think it's just going to be standard roads, but I'll have them act as collectors. So these, I guess, are the ribs of the old town, or the river town. So local traffic is going to join onto these roads, and then these roads are going to dispense the traffic onto that. Let's make them asymmetric. Now we are going to swap that one because that's got 2 lanes coming up there. So you give them 2 ways to go. So they Biffa, you would be happy. Because they've each got dedicated turning lanes. There's about halfway through that one transitions, so that it's 2 exits there, 2 exits there. And then, yes, that road is going to end up snaking off to the urban sprawls. So I just figured at the junction there would be a good place for a... or where the roads changed would be a good place for a little side road. I'll just put some warehouses here because, more rural stuff, apart from the fact that hopefully this is going to bridge the electricity, but more rural stuff feels like there'd be more sort of industrial gumph around the train station. So we've got warehouses. We might put some warehouses in here. They got no sewage. Pause. I'm really hoping that there's not going to be much pollution coming out of it. And that's the reason why I've put all of the other buildings around there as well. So especially these drain processing ones. Because the plan is that this would pump out some gumph, but it would be almost clean. I really wanted to just make this place pretty self-sufficient. I don't really want any hankerings to go off into the other zones. Why is there no wind in the top? I mean, that's a hill. Let's see if I can just bridge some electric there. So that's not unrealistic to see maybe 3 turbines. I think I've got 9 down the road from me. So that should all have enough power now. I am going to have to sort something out with the power. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably run power lines up alongside that country road. So let's make some humans off of this spike, because this area is going to be quite nice, mainly because we're on the riverfront. So that's going to make it expensive. Ah, they always just don't quite fit. The other thing I did notice is that we do have some riverfront here, so maybe like the fishing island. Oh, the fishing island would be so far out that you'd actually be fishing on the opposite bank. Interesting. Same there. So these are not meant for rivers. How are we doing? Right, we've got some people. Our residential demand has come down nicely, which we like. Just a nice little quiet suburb. And then I haven't had a chance to lay any of these larger... Ooh, they're quite big, maybe. Yeah, that feels like it's working. Like it's going to work for me. So I'm filling these up. Well, I'm setting these to empty, so they just don't complain if they haven't got much stuff. But I'm also putting them with the zoned industries output, which means that they probably won't actually get anything put in them. But in terms of that, now looks like sort of a train station with proper industry put around it. So storage, warehouses, all because this used to be the thriving town, and it used to be a factory town, so everybody used to work in the forestry industry. There was a big hubbub around what used to be a cargo train station with a one-way system going around and linking it back up, and then sort of as time went by and the city down the road expanded, and because the city down the road had more space, it expanded and became huge. Business for Rivertown sort of began to dwindle. The train station got converted to a passenger station, but they maintained the industry because they maintained the forestry industry just up the road. Almost feels pointless doing that, given that I've never had any industry demand. But let's just see if they, if something pops up. And if something pops up, then great. If it doesn't, then alright. Also, so that could mean that the country road used to be the road that joined the two places, and then it got replaced with the highway. So the country road used to come down here, and that's why it joined what now becomes the main avenue down here, the really straight avenue. So there we go. We've got a story. We've got a story for our thing, and a reason why that country road isn't just going to be a dirt track. So it is going to be old. I might look for you see, Network Extensions 2 had National Road, but that's not in mass transit. I don't have it. So what can I do? I think that is... I mean, we've only actually gone through half a day, but I think that is alright for now. I think that feels like a natural break. We've made one little area here for residential. Our traffic has gone down to 77% overall, but none of that's a problem down here. Our highway's beginning to get a little bit busier. So let's just see if we've caused a problem. That's that's where we had before. Let's see if we caused... No, that was working before. Did we cause a problem here? Yeah, a little bit. But then that problem was already there. So, and we've taken away the... Look, it used to queue from the right. So we've now taken away all the queues from the right. So it's just a question of why is... I mean, there are traffic lights there. Let's see how long they go for. Because that does feel like a long time that they've been off. Oh, there's one through. These guys are red, and they go green. They're green. Why did... Hang on. They went green, and you did not go. So are you causing a jam? He seems to have blocked himself. And he's blocked. Green light. Okay, so maybe it's because I made these guys just go through. So let's see if I take the just go through regardless off. And these guys are moving. They're moving. They're moving. I see, just following all these traffic problems. And then this might actually just make everything worse. And it might be worse for a little while. And then because we've now taken that junction and changed it, maybe they're not going to be so bad. Everybody's trying to cross over here. So let's also stop you from doing that. Get into the right lane beforehand. Well, if I do that, then they're going to be stuck, aren't they? Although, it's only a little side road. And that's for a blimp stop. I have added a blimp stop and a blimp depot, but I haven't actually added any blimp lines yet. So let's do that as our last... Oh, I could do that in Old Town, couldn't I? No, let's do that. Let's put a blimp stop here, near the zoo. Like a crazy. And then only people that want to go to the zoo will use it. But that will be fine. You didn't want me to finish on time anyway, did you? Blimp. Blimp. There it is. And then connect that line up with that line. And then create a blimp line from there to there and back. And then we just make sure, because these blimp lines like to... Oh no, it's only got 2. Okay, that's sensible. That's nice. It's nice when they're sensible. Let's take that down to single speed. And let's go follow the blimp. But there's a good place to leave you. So, we did some good stuff today. We're going to continue the river town and maybe start... we can certainly map out where we're going to get the roads towards the forestry industry on Friday in episode 21, where the series will be old enough to drink in the US. And so crack open a beer and join us on Friday, where you will get to see some more of that stuff as we are going over ours. Let's just see how many stars the zoo's got. I'm going to go for 3. There it is. 3, Anchor Zoological Park. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on Friday. Bye-bye.